What up YouTube, this is Rob here again. So today we got another RDA review to do. Now this RDA am going to review, I did get from a group buy, the group buy that I did run myself on the Facebook group, Vape Collective Group Buys and Legits, that I am a admin of. So I did run this on Facebook and on Google Plus, and we was able to get these. These are no logos, so on Vape Collective Group Buys we do no logo clones nowadays. And anyway, I did run this. We got them in here. We hit MOQ. I got them all sent out to everybody. So I've been using this for a few days now, or I'll say, what is it, 3, maybe more like 4 or 5 days. So I figure it's about time to go ahead and do a review on this bad boy. So here it is right here. Now this is the Big Dripper. It's a dripper system on the bottom, and it does have a tank on top that can hold 5 mils of e-liquid. And you do have the plunger style on top. Now this is no logos, as you can tell, no logos. So let's go ahead and dive down on the table and take a look at this bad boy. So okay guys, here is the box that the Big Dripper did come in. It's just your normal standard cardboard box. Nothing's fancy on there. So we open it up, and this is the way it came. You come with your dripper on this side, and it does come with a drip tip already. So we'll go ahead and take this baby out, and it does have some, it did come with a couple coils. It does have some silica wicks, some extra O-rings, and some extra Allen screws right there. Grub screws, whatever you want to call it. And then it does come with the Allen key right there. Now I do have a build in this already, so I won't take the build out, but we'll go ahead and open it up, talk about it a little bit. So let's go ahead and push this off to the side. And as you can tell, this here has no logos whatsoever. Doesn't have anything on there. This is a copper pin that is non-adjustable. So let's go ahead and get this on my box mod here, so we can pull the top off. So we'll go ahead and pull the top off, and there is the inside of the bottom base here. And as you can tell, you do got 2 holes on each side, so this is a dual coil mode only dripper here. So you do got your little grub screws sitting right there. They do sit pretty well flat and flush on there, inside there, and sometimes on the inside. This does have a nice well on it, but with these things being right there, you only got just a little bit. So it has an okay well. I'm not going to say it's got a great well. And now the holes in there, I don't know if you can see that. You can put some massive coils in this. You can use some 20 gauge, dual 20 gauge coils, or whatever you want in this thing. Some twisted gauge coils. Now, I do know that this does get, this is the lower the ohm, the coil build, this is going to be a nice warm hot vape, because the slots are, I don't know what size slots the slots are. Maybe a 7 millimeter type style slot, but that will be a nice warm vape. Now I do have dual 24 gauge coils in this, 7 wrap 24 gauge, and this produces a nice warm hot vape. So alright, here is the top part. This is the tank area. As you can tell, you got the 2 holes, the 2 Cyclops holes right there, and it does have a conical shape inside. And you can see right down in there, you got the little, you got your center hole for the chimney style, and then you got another nice little hole in there, and that is for getting your juice out. So let's go ahead and take this bottom part here off. Alright, and then there you go. There's the top. This is the tank area right here. I have not had this leak or anything on me. It works real well. No leaking or anything like that. And then this here is your plunger top. So we'll go ahead and take that out. And there this is right here. Kind of like a little, I don't know, kind of like a little chimney. And you do have O-rings up inside there. Alright, that's how it keeps it from leaking. And then there's the top part, just goes right on through. So we'll go ahead and put this back in. Alright, So that's basically it for that. And then you have this little spring here. It slides over there. That's what gives you the pressure to squeeze out the juice and to pop the top back up. And then you have a nice little O-ring right here. So this is real nice and smooth threads. Have not had any issues. It does not lock up or grind or anything like that. Real nice little design. And you can tell that's holed all the way through. And then you got your little hole on the base right there where it pumps your juice out. So this is a real nice little RDA. I have not had any issues with this whatsoever. It works real well. I haven't had any leaking issues or anything like that with this. And this does produce a real nice flavor. It gives you a real nice flavor, and you can, by the way you build your coils, and you can get a warm vape, a hot vape, a cooler vape. The higher ohm coil is going to be a cooler vape on this. The lower ohm coils are going to be a hotter vape because you got smaller holes. And here's the drip tip it came with. It does have a nice little O-ring. Now this is a wide mouth, but it's got a little bitty tiny little hole in there. And that's going to also help with your flavoring. And once again, it does have nice flavoring. So let's go ahead and fill this baby up. So basically, to fill this up, you got this here, you got O-rings up in here, like you guys seen that. It does have an O-ring up in there. Alright. Don't remember if I showed you that or not. So you got that. So basically, to fill this up, you put it on the table and you press it down just till it touches the table like that. Alright. And then you go ahead and put your juice. Now just like this, you fill it up to that rim right there, the centerpiece, the chimney, and that will be 3 mils. So we'll go ahead and fill this up. And you don't want to get it down in the center because then it'll be in the mouthpiece. Hopefully this don't take long. I know you guys don't like just sitting there watching this crap. So you basically fill it up to that rim there. We almost got it. Alright, so we're there. So you leave that on the table, and then you take this here and you just flip it over until that goes down in the hole, and then you got it just like that. See how you got that little gap there? And if you want to get your 5 mils out of this, you leave it just like that, and then you pour more juice down in there like that. Now that's how you get your 5 mils. But you got to have the bottom part on, so that way the O-rings line up and it won't leak. So once you got that, I just go ahead and leave it on the table, and I just get it started, and then I let it flop out like that, and then I just pull it up. Alright, now I did get a little bit on there from that top, which you do get a little bit juice kind of come out a little bit once you feel it, or while you're filling it, but it's not bad, just a little bit. So I just kind of clean it up. But now you got 5 mil. You don't have to sit there and keep filling it all the time unless you're somebody that likes to have tons of juice a day, which I do use a lot of juice every day. So then we go ahead and put the drip tip back on, and there you go. That's what it looks like. So we'll go ahead and show you as I plunger this. You can be able to see the juice come out of that. See the juice? So it works real well. I have not had this get stuck on me or anything. So as you can see, basically as you squeeze that, juice will run down and get on your wick right there. Alright, so then we'll just take this and just line that up. We'll put a few more little squeezes in there. Get that all juiced up there. And I always like, on the first time, I always just like to let it sit there for a little bit to make sure the juice gets soaked through. And as you can tell, it's soaking through real nice. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit. So basically your first time around, you will squirt it, squeeze it until it gets in there and just let it sit for a little bit. But for the purpose of this, I didn't want to sit here all day or have to wait for 30 seconds or so. So anyway, I just went ahead and squirted some more on there. So okay guys, let's take this back up the top and we'll talk on it and vape on it a little bit more. So alright guys, as you can see, it does make a real nice vapor production, and it does have excellent flavor production as well. This is a nice little RDA dripper that you can fill up 3 to 5 mils of e-liquid, and you can just take it with you driving in your car or anything like that. Now that's the reason why I like this, is I do use mainly drippers, and the idea of being able to have a little tank on the dripper and not have to worry about trying to drip while I'm driving or using some other kind of tank that doesn't have the flavor or anything like that I like. I figured this would come in real handy, which this does come in real handy. Real nice vapor production and real nice good flavoring. Now, once again, the lower the ohms, this is going to be a warm, hot ass vape, and that's where I got it right now. It is, this one is a warm, hot vape, but the higher the ohm, the cooler the vape's going to be, because it's going to take a little bit more to heat up. So all in all, I do have this on my box mod, my homemade box mod right here, but I do believe that this works a lot better on your variable, on your regulated mods, so that way you can regulate up and down if you want a warm vape, cool vape, hot vape, whatever. It'll work a lot better on your variable voltage. Unless you're like me, and I do like a warmer vape, but I don't like it real hot, but I like a warmer vape. And the coils I got in this, 24 gauge, 7 wraps coming in at 0.3. And this RDA is kind of a hot vape. So alright guys, that was the review of the Big Dripper that I did run a group buy for, but I will put a link in the description where you can possibly get one of these if they got it available, so you guys can check them out. And this brand here is made by King 2, is the company that made this. So yeah, anyway, till next time.